Hello everyone. On this channel, I feel that information about what is happening in China is often not correctly conveyed to countries other than China, so I will be disseminating the information I have gathered in English. I'm getting information from multiple media, so I'd be happy if you could comment on the content of the video. Also, English is not my native language, so I use an AI speaker to create the voice to convey the information correctly. I'm very happy that it seems that everyone's eyes are on it little by little. As the world situation becomes unstable, I feel frustrated that information about the economic superpowers is not properly disseminated overseas. Not all of my information is correct, but I'm happy to hear that there is such information. This time, it is a story about the expansion of a big problem in Chinese society. Specifically, the employment rate of highly educated people has fallen to about 23%. More specifically, it is the employment rate of people with a high school diploma or higher. In other words, only 1 in 4 people are able to find a job after graduating. This number is also slightly padded. This figure includes those who went on to higher education after graduation as part of the employment rate. The odds of actually getting a job at a company are even lower. In terms of specific numbers, it is said that there are about 8 million people who did not find a job or go into higher education. A big problem affecting society is that these 8 million people will also affect the next year's numbers. Not all 8 million people are job seekers. Some run and go on to higher education. These 8 million people will be fighting against those who will go on to school or job hunting the next year. It is a problem that the number of highly educated unemployed people is increasing every year like compound interest. This is the reality of China. Among the unemployed, there are those who are aiming for civil service exams. There are narrow gates for both going on to higher education and civil servants. It seems that people with rich families have been in a state of unemployment for years. In Japan, my family runs a hospital, and my son's academic ability is lacking, so it's like going to medical school after several years. In both Japan and China, there are only a few people from rich families, so they will eventually have to find a job. In China, getting a job at a food delivery company like Uber has become commonplace. Also, the labor market has become more favorable to buyers, so starting salaries are lower than they have been in the past. However, prices in China are rising. Even if you can get a job, it will be difficult even if you find a job because the price of food is rising and the salary is low. Let me explain why this imbalance occurred. The basic problem is that the number of highly educated people has increased. Many universities have been established in China. And Chinese universities are huge. The university is as big as a city. It's so big that I think the university can cover it all. Because it is so big, there are many students who go to one university. As a university, the more students you have, the better your profit margin will be. Even as a Chinese person, I can't publicize myself outside of my academic background, so if I can get into a university, I will. As a result, more college graduates were born than society could absorb. Furthermore, due to the influence of the corona, Chinese IT companies are also restructuring, so the environment is getting worse. If this situation continues every year, the society will be flooded with highly educated unemployed people. They are not stupid because they have graduated from university. I have the knowledge to obtain foreign information, and I am not the kind of person who accepts all the information released by the Communist Party without question. If Ronin are neglected too much, they will repel the central government and become a factor in destabilizing society. Looking back, Chinese students have a history of being the center of protests. Students were at the center of protests during the Tiananmen Incident. Disgruntled intellectuals may protest against the government, and the communist regime may repeat violent crackdowns. So I think that improving the large number of job refugees is the top priority for China. That's all for now. See you next time.